and then that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. Okay, so some hips. Did I see you? Are you going to say something, Rachel? No. Okay. Okay, so come into a comfortable seated position and start breathing in and out through your nose in a way that you get connected to yourself and your body in this place where you are right now. Maybe feeling that bit of wall that is behind you, or even there, Rachel, connecting to the light that's behind you. Go and close your eyes. Just go into sensing. With your eyes closed, can you sense anything around you? Like I said, the light or the wall behind you, Helen, the bed behind you. Try not to fidget right now. Just come into your breath. I can feel a lot of wind around me and sounds, creatures, birds and bugs. Now come into your internal landscape and see what you can sense. So there's proprioception and interoception, like your body in space and your inner space. Get long in your spine. Forrest says, telescope your spine. So lifting out of the bottom, like lower ribs lifting out of the hips, mid ribs lifting out of the low ribs, upper ribs lifting out of the mid ribs, and then crown of your head. And everything that we're doing is reinforcing the space that we create. Setting an intention the next 3 breaths or so. Drawing the shoulder blades down so you get more space between the ears and the shoulders. And softening the jaw. One more breath before alternate nostril. Pick up your right hand, fold the first 2 fingers in, and then turn your palm to face you. We're going to start with a box breath, making same inhale, hold, and then exhale, and then hold your air out. Somehow I got my box messed up. So inhale, hold, exhale, hold. So I'm going to give you guys your own. You guys do it on your own count, maybe a 5 or maybe a 6. So plug up the right nostril, exhale all the air out. And then whatever you inhale with, that's going to be your number. Inhale. Pause at the top, that same count. And then exhale out the same count. Plug both nostrils, pause, no air in, the same count. And when you're ready, go in through the left, whatever your count wants to be this round. You get to change every time. Maybe pause at the top, soften your belly. You're getting longer. Maybe you're trying a shorter round. Exhale through the right, the same count you inhaled, and then pause, no air. Go through another round, inhale through the left. Pause, feel the sensation of holding the air in. And then exhale out through the right. And then plug both nostrils, pause with no air in, and feel that sensation. Soften the belly, soften around the idea you don't have air in. And then inhale, you can take your hands down, breathe normal. Wrist stretches, right palm out, grab a hold of your pinky with the left, thumb can press into the knuckle. And as you exhale, draw the right shoulder blade down and spread through the palm. And then grab a hold of the ring finger. And you can press your fingers into something. And shoulders down, even that right shoulder. Helen, right shoulder, let it go. Middle finger. Index. Nice breeze today. Backs of the hands together for the thumb. Reach underneath, grab the thumb, pull it out, and then back towards you, spread through the palm. And then release, palms facing down on your thighs. Change the cross of your legs, left hand. This time for alternate nostril, you'll exhale longer. So you don't need to hold the air out unless you'd like to. Fold the first two fingers in, thumb on the left nostril, exhale all the air out through the right. You're gonna try and double your inhale. So inhale through the right. Pause. Exhale through the left, doubling what you inhaled. Feel frantic, exhale, 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 exhale. And then inhale through the left. Pause. Again, feel the sensation of holding the air. And then exhale through the right, going for double your inhale. Now, maybe you know this time you want to shorten your inhale. So inhale through the right, maybe that 6 count again. Pause at the top. Imagine my hands on your ribs lifting up, Helen. Yeah. Exhale through the left, going for twice as long as your inhale. And then you're just going to go through one more. Inhaling through the left. Maybe you can go a little longer this time. 7, 8. Pause, lift the ribs. And then exhale out through the right, going for double what you inhaled. When you're done, take your hands down with the palms facing up on your thighs. Left hand out for wrist stretches. Grab a hold of the pinky. Pull the thumb side down, which helps your shoulder down as well. Ring finger. So your thumb can press on the back of the knuckle gently. Inhale, ribs out side to side. Keep going through index. And for thumb, backs of the hands together, reach underneath, pull the thumb out and then back towards you. Take your hands down, close your eyes, check in again with your intention. If you set one or set one now, maybe just to feel lighter, feel more open, feel more free, loose. Open up your eyes, Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Hands back behind your hips. We're going to do a really long round of Kapalabhati. So the round is going to go until you feel like the integrity of the pose is weakening. And then you're going to come forward. You can hang out for a little bit. You don't have to take the Uddiyana right away. Take 1 or 2 Uddiyanas. So hands back behind the hips, press the soles of the feet together, and then fan the toes back towards the shins. Wow. A lot of life out today. Like a big bird, eagle. I don't know my birds. So inhale together. Exhale together. Inhale halfway. Sharply pull your belly back as you exhale. Come into the fold. Take a breath into the low back. Next 2 or 3 breaths, do 2 or 3 Uddiyanas. Stay in your fold. Now press the soles of the feet together and then take a big breath into hips, low back, root. And either do your Uddiyana or a lion's. Reaching the chest forward like a cobra. Inhale and bring your torso back. Stretch your right leg out, separate legs stretching. And before we come into any kind of side bend here, point and flex your right foot. Here's like that pendulum. You guys still can't quite see. I'm so far. So point and flex your right foot. And not just point your toes like a ballerina, but balls of the feet. Point and flex. And then Helen and Penny, you can take your right hand on the inside of the right leg. Rachel, take your left hand, wrap it around and grab a hold of your right pants or right thigh. Inhale and lengthen up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Take your right hand down now. Rachel on the inside or maybe even the outside of that right leg. Helen and Penny, you guys stay on the inside. Inhale, lengthen. So again, my hands on your ribs, lengthening the ribs down the right leg. Exhale and press your left hip down as you spiral the right ribs under the left. And Helen and Penny, you guys can do the arm positions. You know, we do about 3 of them. So you can go into them at your own pace. Maybe kind of like the pendulum, you go in for side bending, taking your left arm to the left. Guys, enjoy this nice warm up pose. One of my favorite poses, actually. Press through the right heel and then do that little pendulum with your right foot, flexing and pointing. Inhale, release your left arm. If it's in the half bind, rotate towards the right foot. Folding over the right foot and go for 2 more little pendulums here. Uddiyana. Releasing the belly, then the breath. Your torso back up and then switch legs. You can switch coming into a straddle in between sides, an easy straddle. Stay in the straddle. And then right leg in. Look at your left foot, point and flex that left foot. See how easy or not easy it seemed, Helen, like it was harder for you to balls of the toes press. It was easier for you to ballet toes, point the toes. Okay, right hand comes around behind you, Rachel. Left hand on the inside of the left leg. Helen and Penny, reach your right arm straight up. You can go through those motions. Always with your breath. So if you find you're holding your breath, then stop doing the yoga, start breathing and then do the yoga. As yoga is union of breath and movement. And Rachel, you can take your left hand on the outside of that left leg as well. Inhale and lengthen the ribs up and to the left. Letting go, bringing a breath through the right side of the neck. Right hip presses down. Press through left heel. Inhale the right arm up. Come into a fold over your left leg now. Point and flex, point and flex. Lengthen the right side of the ribs to the left side of the leg. And then Uddiyana. Pull your belly in and up. And release the belly, then the breath. Bring your torso back up. Come into a straddle. And fold forward. You can flex your feet. We'll kind of do that point and flex again. Bring your torso back up. You can use your hands to help the thighs together. And lay down on your back. I'm going to turn around so my butt is not facing the camera. If you have your block close, you can have it close, or a roll for squeezing in between the thighs. So lay down on your back. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. And then feel your sacrum, triangle shaped bone. Feel the top rim, maybe even the right, the tailbone, left. And then set your feet down, take your hands on your ribs. And inhale, feel the ribs where they move, where they don't. You can take your hands on the side of the ribs, side ribs. Upper ribs, sides of the upper ribs. See if you can identify one place where the breath is not really moving. More advanced, it might be a smaller and smaller place, maybe even like a big coin. And if you find, when you find, keep your hands there. Take 3 more breaths, encouraging the breath there. You can play with pausing at the top or pausing at the bottom. One more big breath. And then clasp your hands behind the head and the neck. Activate through feet, toes. Draw the shoulder blades down the spine, reach the elbows up towards the ceiling. So even if you're keeping the head down, you can feel that wrap of the shoulders with the hand clasp behind, hands clasped behind the head and the neck. And then take a big inhale, feeling still your hands where they were on the ribs. Hold the breath, press the low back down, and then exhale, reach the left leg up. Last third of the exhale, lift head and shoulders if you're lifting. Look towards your belly, pull it down away from the thigh. And then set the left foot down, set the head down, inhale. Hold the breath, press the top rim of the sacrum down, exhale, right leg up. Last third of the exhale, head and shoulders lift. Reach the thigh up, pull the belly down. And then set the right foot down, lower the head down, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, exhale, reach the left heel up. Head and shoulders lift and pull the belly down. And then inhale again. And reach the left heel up, left elbows up, pull the belly down. And then lower the left foot down, inhale. Hold the breath, press the top rim of the sacrum down, exhale, right leg up. Last third of the exhale, head and shoulders lift. Look towards your belly, pull it down, stay up, inhale. And exhale, lift head and shoulders a little higher, reach through the right heel, pull the belly down. And then lower the right foot down, inhale. Hold the breath, press top rim of the sacrum down, left heel up, head and shoulders lift. And then spiral your inner thigh forward, so pigeon toe, inhale. Exhale, reach the left heel up, thigh up, belly down. And then set the left foot down, inhale, head down. Hold the breath, top rim of the sacrum presses down, left foot down, exhale, right leg up, head and shoulders lift. Inhale again. And then spiral, internally rotate right thigh, reach up through the heel, belly pulls down. And then lower the right foot down, lower the head down, inhale, one more like that. Hold your breath, top rim of the sacrum down, right foot down, exhale, left heel up. You can spiral already, reach left heel up, spiral inner thigh, pull belly down. And then undo the spiral and do a second one, pulse, belly down. Lower the left leg down, lower the head down, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, left foot down, exhale, right leg up, head and shoulders lift. You can spiral already, pull the belly down. And then do a second spiral pulse. And then lower your right leg down, do one more on your harder side, more interesting side. If you can't decide, do your right side. And do mine. Pull the belly down. And then lower the head, lower the feet. And then reach your legs straight up, grab your block or your roll, bring it in between the thighs. Look up at your feet, point and flex. And then you can stay flexed. Imagine a block in between the ankles, clasp the hands behind the head and the neck. Inhale, lift head and shoulders up. Hold the breath, squeeze the block or the roll, and then exhale, lift your chest a little higher. Pull your belly down. And then lower your head, lower the hips halfway, inhale. And then exhale, curl the pubic bone and navel, squeeze the block, lift head and shoulders, and then pigeon toes slightly. Squeeze block, pull belly down. And then lower your head down, lower your hips slightly, inhale. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Slightly pigeon toe, pull the belly down, head and shoulders lift. And then lower the head down, lower the hips down, inhale. Exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, squeeze the block. You can ballet toes, old toes out. Squeeze the block, pull the belly down. And then lower the head halfway, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, squeeze the block, both elbows reach towards the left thigh. Squeeze the block, pull the belly down. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath, press the low back down, squeeze the block, both elbows reach towards the right thigh. Pull the belly down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, elbows go skyward, squeeze inner ankles, squeeze the block, pull the belly down. Lower the head down, you can roll off the ankles. We're gonna do another round. You can point or flex, balls of the toes if you're pointing. Inhale, lift head and shoulders. Hold the breath, squeeze the block, press the low back down, both elbows towards the left knee now. Pull the belly down. Inhale back to center, hold the breath. Squeeze the block or the roll, exhale, both elbows towards the right knee. Lift your right shoulder blade, pull the belly down. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath, squeeze the block, exhale, lift head and shoulders. Pull the belly down. And then lower the head down, set the feet down. Move the block or the roll. Let the knees fall together. And then let's come into bridge. So you can put the block or the roll back in between the thighs. Palms face up. Tuck the chin slightly, take a breath. And then start by curling the pubic bone to the navel, pressing the hips up. Now, if you always grab for the block like I do, then just keep it away for a while and see what bridge without the block is like. It's probably one of my harder poses, weak butt. Squeezing the block in between the thighs or roll in between the thighs. Get evenly pressing through the feet, the parts of the feet, so inner leg line. Lower the hips a couple inches, inhale. And then re-curl the pubic bone to navel, press hips up. For 2 more breaths. And then inhale and lower, upper, middle, lower back. And just let your knees fall together. Okay, we're gonna do Braga, which is like the tree legs. Now we're gonna do, and you guys can just listen for a moment, the regular Braga where the legs are straight up. And then we're gonna do like an elbow to knee 45-degree Braga. And then you're gonna lower even more. Now, don't lower so far that you can't feel your abs. I'm gonna cue that as we do it. So you'll start to lower till you feel your abs kick in. And then you're gonna pull your belly down. And you can do this one with your head down. And if you need to use your hand for the foot, then you can do that as well. Maybe you're gonna stay straight up or maybe at 45 degrees. So reach your legs straight up over the hips. Roll out your ankles. And then bend your knees so the knees are stacked above the hips. Let's do it with the head down, actually. So take your arms out to the side, inhale, flare out the ribs. Press your low back down, exhale, left leg up. Inhale, right foot on the left inner thigh. And then use that foot, inhale, to drag the thigh up, pull the belly down. And then bend both knees over the hips, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, exhale, right leg up. Inhale, left foot on the right inner thigh. You can use your hand, inhale. And then use the foot to drag the thigh up, pull the belly down. It's one of my favorite for hips. And then bend the knees above the hips, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down. Now extend your left leg like elbow to knee, 45 degrees. Right foot on the inner left thigh, inhale. Exhale, drag the thigh out, pull the belly down. And then bend both knees over the hips, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, exhale, right leg about 45 degrees. Left foot on the inner right thigh, inhale. And drag the thigh out, pull the belly down. Bend the knees. We're gonna do a little different, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down. Now just straight up elbow to knee, left leg out. Inhale again. Now start to lower the left leg down until you feel your abs, and then pull your belly down. Bend your left knee, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, exhale, 45 degrees with that right leg. Inhale again. And then start to lower the heel till you feel your abs. Maybe that's only a little bit lower. Pull your belly down. And then bend the right knee, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, exhale, left leg straight up. And then lower your right heel down, left leg up. And then bend both knees, inhale. Hold your breath, press the low back down, right leg up. Exhale, lower your left heel down. Pull your belly down. Bend both knees. If that hurts, don't do it. Inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down. Same time now, right leg up, left heel down. Pull the belly down. Bend both knees back to the start position. Inhale. Press the low back down. Same time, left leg up, right heel down. One more each side. Bend both knees. Inhale. Hold the breath. Press low back down. Right leg up, left heel down. Belly down, ribs down. Bend both knees. Start position. Inhale. Press low back down. Left leg up, right heel. Bend both knees above the hips. Exhale and press the feet and enter to forward. Pull the belly down, ribs down. And then set your feet down. Hands on tops of the thighs. You can take your block in between the thighs or not. A little traction. Press your hands into the tops of the thighs. And then move your block or the roll. Cross your right ankle over your left for figure 4 here in the beginning. You can grab a hold of your left thigh, back of the thigh. Grab the pants. Inhale. Hold the breath. Press the right ankle into the left thigh, and then exhale, pull the thigh towards you. Then just switch sides. You're going to find your tighter side. Left ankle crossed over the right. Hands to grip the thighs or the pants on the right side. Maybe they both feel tight. Inhale, hold your breath, press the ankle into the thigh, and then exhale, pull the thigh towards you. Set your feet down. You're gonna come back into bridge. Bridge without the block under the hips. So bring the block if you have it, block or the roll in between your thighs. Squeeze the heck out of that roll. Active feet. Press your hips up. Now in bridge, you can rotate so toes pointing towards each other like you're a little pigeon toed. Pigeon toed. Pigeon toed. Press your hips up. Squeeze your boot. Lower down, upper middle, lower back. Move the block or the roll. Roll onto one side. Press yourself up. Dolphin or dolphin prelude. What we're gonna do, Rachel, is a flash prep with little pendulums. So you're gonna do the same side that your hand is in dolphin, and you're just gonna like do leg variations, but lift and lower a few times. So dolphin prelude or flash prep. Flash prep, I'm gonna walk you through the right forearm down, left hand in line with the left or right elbow, and then back a couple inches. Helen, you could also do this version with the knees down, stay down the whole time. Pressing down through the inner right forearm, exhale, left elbow in. So you just stay here, squeezing the elbows towards one another, letting the neck go. We're curling the toes underneath. It's gonna be the same side that's in a dolphin. And you're just lifting the leg and lowering. About 4. Before switching sides, you can come into an embryo in between. Helen, you could also do a dolphin with those leg pendulums instead of the forearm. Squeeze elbows in. Okay, left side, take your left hand back more, Helen. I've got a really nice angle to see this. Left back a little, Helen. And then squeeze your left elbow in and press down through your right wrist. Puff up your back and then let your neck go. So you're just gonna stay there, take the left shoulder away from the ear, squeeze the elbows in. Lengthen your booty a little up, Rachel, long spine. Yeah. 4 pendulums if you're doing it. And Helen, you can just stay there. Keep active, pressing through right forearm, right hand. And if you haven't switched sides, Helen, you can. Go real slow, Rachel. And lowering down, you can come into comfortable embryo if that's comfortable. Otherwise, you can work your way up. Work up via a downward dog. Go up to the top of your mat. And reach your arms up. Take your hands to your chest in prayer. Get your sensations, external, internal. Inhale, swoop your arms up. Exhale, pull your belly in and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to your chest. Inhale, arms up. Pull your belly in and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down through inner leg line. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to chest. Okay, inhale, arms up. Pull your belly in and fold. Inhale, reach your ribs forward. Exhale, walk back to downward dog. We're going to end up with a lunge, left leg forward. Downward dog. Take your feet a little wider. Press your chest towards your thighs. You can rock your booty. Wrap your shoulders. You can take your right foot a little bit more towards center. Inhale, left leg straight back. And then exhale, left leg forward, right knee down. Penny, yeah, you can do warrior one, Penny, left leg forward. Just stacking the hips above the right knee. You can kind of dip in and then come back to. Nice, Rachel, really nice. And then bring your arms up. Exhale, wrap your shoulders. Imagine squeezing a block in between the thighs. And if your right foot is not sickled, press your right foot down, right shin down. So we're gonna get a little speed again, moving through. Exhale, hands down, left foot back, high plank. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, low cobra. Drag your ribs forward. And then reach your ribs forward. Nice, more length through the low back there, Rachel. Lift again. Do another cobra, Rach. Yeah, reach ribs forward. Exhale, lower down, nice. Press back, downward dog. Right leg straight back. And then right leg comes forward, left knee down. Arms up. You can dip in and then pause and take your breaths with the hips stacked above the left knee. Nice. Imagine squeezing a block in between the thighs again. Press the left shin down. Helen, you can stay here. We're gonna come up, exhale, hands down, back foot steps up, forward fold. Inhale, swoop your arms up, exhale, hands to the chest. And then inhale, arms up. Pull the belly in and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, right leg down, right leg back, right knee down, inhale, arms up. Take your hands on the left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, Uddiyana, dragging the left thigh forward. Releasing belly, then breath, bring your arms up. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Exhale, hands down, left foot steps back, high plank. Lower the knees, lower the chest, keeping elbows squeezing in. Inhale, low cobra. And lengthen and lower, press back, downward dog. Wiggle out your hips. Right leg straight back. Right leg comes forward, left knee down. Up. And hands on the right thigh. Dragging the thigh forward, Uddiyana. You can back up your hips a little, Helen. Yeah, and right foot back a little. Dragging the thigh forward. Bring your arms up. Exhale, hands down, back foot steps up, forward fold. And then you'll swoop your arms up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, arms up. Pull the belly in and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk back to downward dog if you're doing it, or left leg forward. Another low lunge, left leg straight back. And then bring it forward, right knee down. Up. And take your hands down, walk your left foot more forward. So a deeper lunge, and this one, Penny, you could set your foot on a surface and just get this deep lunge. You can curl the back toes underneath, runner's lunge. Shift the weight forward, the weight back, reach left thigh forward, right thigh back. You can play with starting to lower the right knee and then hover it. Hover it. And then lower the right knee down, easy twist, right hand down or right fist, left arm up. Squeeze the left thigh in towards center. This left hand can be on the sacrum. Transition into standing splits. So rotate your chest to face the mat again, curl the right toes underneath, and then launch into standing splits. Reach left hand for the right foot, harvesting the quad garden. Reaching the right knee up towards the sky or ceiling. And then lower your right foot back for pyramid. Do a halfway lift in pyramid. And then fold over your front leg. Press down through right edge of right foot. And then hands down, step back, high plank. Lower the knees, you can lower the knees every time. And then lower all the way down. And then take your hands and fists like this. So do your cobra with your hands and fists. You can have your thumb up. Drag your chest forward. Toes flat, Helen, if you can. And then lengthen your ribs forward as you lower. Press back, downward dog. Right leg forward, left knee down. This one we're dipping in towards the front heel. You can Again, put your foot on a surface, Penny, to get real deep into that left hip flexor. Curl your left toes underneath. Runner's lunge. Shift your weight a little forward, a little back. Imagine squeezing inner thighs towards one another and also reaching the right thigh forward and the left thigh back. And then you can start to lower your left knee and then let it hover. Lower the left knee down, left hand or fist down, right arm up, easy twist. Squeezing the right thigh in towards center. Spread through the right fingertips. Right palm can always come on your sacrum for twists. And then lower your right hand down, set up for standing splits. Curl the left toes underneath. And shift all the weight into your front foot. And left leg straight back and up. You can harvest your quad garden, right hand reaching for left foot. And then reach the left knee up. Lengthen your chest down the right leg. Nice, Helen. Active through the toes, reach back. And then lower the left foot back for pyramid. And do a halfway lift in the pyramid. Right hip back. Chest forward. And then lower over the right leg. Pressing down through left edge of left foot. Bend your right knee, step the back foot up, forward fold. Inhale, swoop your arms up, and then exhale into chair. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You exhale, you can walk back, downward dog, high plank, Penny, right leg forward, warrior one. However, if you want to throw in a vinyasa every time, right leg forward, warrior one, come up slow. You guys stay there. I've seen enough of my thighs. Arms up. Take your hands through the center. Coming into, what's it, lazy waiter? Bird wing. Squeeze the elbows into the side of the body. And exhale, pull your palms apart. Inhale, come back. Close your eyes. Squeeze the elbows into the side, pull the palms apart, shoulders down. Active feet. Inhale, do 2 or 3 more. Engage your butt muscles. And bring your arms back up. Hands still with eyes closed, brain cradle, clasping the hands behind the head and the neck. The elbows up. Inhale, reach the chest up. Exhale, head into hands. Inhale. Inhale, bring the head up, arms up through the center again, clasp behind your back. And also just grab a hold of your boot. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, reach the grip down. Inhale. Start to fold forward. Fold slowly, letting your chest rest on the right side of the leg, right leg rather. And then release your grip, half moon. And also just do a standing splits again. And left arm reaches up. And point the left toes down slightly. Right inner thigh presses towards an imaginary block, helping to stack the left hip. And then lower the left hand down, left foot steps back, downward dog, high plank. Lower all the way down. And this time taking your palms a little wider than your mat. So if your usual cobra is here, you're coming out to here. And then drag your chest forward, pull your palms back. Shoulders back. And then press back into downward dog. Downward dog, nice, Rachel. Want to eat Turbo, your dog? And then reach your left leg straight back and bring your left leg forward for warrior one. Come up slow. Arms up. Take your hands through the center. Again for bird wing. You can just squeeze your elbows into the side of the body more than pulling the palms apart. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the triceps into the body, shoulders down. Go back. If you're moving the palms away from each other, on an exhale, palms pull apart. Inhale, palms come back. Close your eyes, do 2 more. Squeezing the butt muscles. Inhale, come back. Exhale, palms out. Come back to the start position. Reach your arms straight up, clasp hands in your non-habitual grip behind the head and the neck. Brain cradle. Face up to the sky or the light. Lift your ribs off the hips. Again, imagine me reaching, helping to lift your ribs up, head into hands. And close your eyes, close your eyes. Inhale, bring your head up, your arms up, arms through the center, clasp behind you. Now again, do your non-habitual clasp. Let your ear roll to one shoulder. Just close your eyes, stay real strong, active feet. Eyes squeezing in towards an imaginary block. And then inhale. Start to lower. Go real slow. Let your belly rest on the thigh. And then take your hands down, launching into half moon. Or standing splits again. press your left inner thigh towards center line. Right toes can turn down slightly if you're in half moon. Then transition through a standing split, right foot back, left foot back, high plank. Lower all the way down and then come into Sphinx pose. Then Penny, how about you do either forearms on that little ledge and reach your hips back, or you could do the shower on the wall where you're reaching your hips back. Yeah, and when you're in that Penny, kind of wiggle your hips right and left. So forearms down. And press back to downward dog. Go ahead, Helen. Elbows in. Downward dog. And then Rachel, how about a hop up? Gonna hop up, top of your mat. Then inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. And then inhale, come up. And exhale into chair. Nice, Penny, engage those booty muscles. And then lengthen your tailbone, like curl the pubic bone to the navel. You too there, Rachel. Curl pubic bone to navel, lengthening the low back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You can downward dog or right leg forward, Penny, warrior two. So downward dog, right leg straight back and up. And then right leg forward for warrior two. Come up. Have it go a little wider or longer, Rachel. Yeah. Nice, Penny. Round of kite hawk, inhale. And exhale, take your palms down, forward, back and around. Curl your pubic bone and navel. And the palms back, down, forward, up, pinkies up, chest up. Do another round. Okay. Drop your arms down. Shoulder shrugs. Inhale. Hold your breath. Take the shoulders straight up, straight back, and then pinch along the spine. Inhale, release. Exhale, go straight back with the tips of the shoulders and drag down. Elbows in for the lower tips. Squeeze lower tips, drag down. And then arms out to the side again. So some of you extended side angle, and you can do a half bind here, Rachel. So you can take your left hand around right now, grab a hold of your right pants, and then hinge to the right forearm down. And Penny and Helen, you guys can take your left palm on the sacrum. Let a wash of air, wash of breath. Ease the tension on the left side of the neck. Maybe it's in your jaw, or you can look down. Rachel, you're going to slide your right arm down and come into a bind. And Helen and Penny, you can stay there or take your right hand down to the mat. Release your grip, pivot to face the front of the mat. half splits. So Penny, you could take your toes, point them to the left and then heel toe, and set your right foot on a surface or your right heel on a surface. Half splits. Walk your right foot forward. Helen, come into half split. So pivot to face the front of the mat. You're stretching the hamstrings, so you can set your right heel on a surface or even on the wall, Penny, like straight in front of you. It's pretty wild. And with your right foot, point and flex your toes again. And working our way back. So some of you high plank, lowering down. Your favorite cobra or an up dog even. And you'll switch sides, Penny. You can squeeze the block in between the thighs for your cobra-esque thing. Helen, an up dog is where you just let your hips drop down. This is one way to come into it. Your elbows stay straight, and then it's like a cobra. Downward dog. Left leg forward. Warrior two. However you like to come in, going for a little bit of a wider stance, longer stance. Arms out to the side for kite hawk. Palms down, back up and around. Go through 2 rounds. Drop your arms down. So do 2 rounds of shoulder shrugs, but do the ones that are harder. Like for me, the lower tips on the right. So you can do the 3-part, or you can focus on the harder, challenging squeeze part. And I know it's my right lower tip. Or maybe use the 3 rounds to discover that. Come back into warrior 2. Rachel, you can take your right hand around, going for that half bind, hinge to the left forearm down. So active in your feet. So that active feet helps you in so many ways, but one, it's like that piezoelectric force. The pressure you're pressing down is pressing back up into you. Also helps to engage the muscles. You're building muscle strength. Protecting the knees, because when you're active through the feet, you're using the muscles, not just collapsing into the bones. You come for the full bind, or just slide your left hand down to the mat. In the bind, take a relaxing breath. Practice being in the bind and breathing, and then pivot to face the front of the mat. Right knee lowers, half splits. You could again set your foot maybe on a soft surface, left heel on a surface. You can point and flex your feet, left foot. Windshield wiper the left leg. And hands down, swoop your left leg back. Do another high plank. And Helen, you can peek here. So an up dog. Press back into down dog. Wiggle out your tail. And look up at your hands, walk or hop up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, swoop your arms up, come into chair. Chair, take your hands on tops of the thighs. Uddiyana. Belly pulls in and up. Releasing the belly, then the breath, fold. Walk back to downward dog. Penny, you can come into a warrior one with the left leg forward. Everyone else, left leg back, left leg forward, right knee down. So we're doing a low lunge. We dip in towards the front heel. One, you can back up your hips again, that 90 degrees. And we're gonna twist again. And so Helen and Penny, you guys can do eagle arms. So left hand on the left outer hip, inhale, reach your right arm up. So this is good for hips. You're stretching that right hip flexor. And then exhale, left side. Scoop your chest forward, open. You could, Rachel, come into twisting scissors or side crow, or just stay here. And then coming out of the pose, we're gonna work our way Maine Coon to pigeon. So you could also just set your left foot on a surface, on a high surface. Walk your left foot to the left corner of the mat, hands on the inside. Nice, Penny. And then from Maine Coon, we're gonna do lounge lunge. So walk your right hand to the top right corner, maybe even off the mat. Right hip sinks down. Yep, Helen, take your right hand in a comfortable, yeah. Left hand can wrap around the left knee. So Penny, you can stand up and do a side bend because we're stretching right here. You can left hand reaches for your right wrist. You could also, Penny, do like a chair pose and twist to your left. So lounge lunge. Reach your ribs towards your right wrist. And then back up your hips. So we'll do the other side and then our pigeon versions. So back up your hips. If you want to do anything there, Rachel. Okay, press back, downward dog, high plank. Go ahead and go through. Meeting back up and downward dog, right leg straight back. And then right leg forward. Some of you did a warrior one last time. Arms up. Helen and Penny, if you did eagle. Dip in the first breath or two. And stack your hips above your knees. Pretty windy. So going for that twist. So you're Stretching the hip flexors and the twist, also QL. Inhale, left arm up. So in that way, twists are good for low back and hips. Active through the feet, whatever pose you're in. If you did the twisting scissors, you can do that. Look down at the mat. Lower your hands down, right foot to the top right corner of the mat. Hands on the insides. Gonna have to show you, Penny, one of the Jumbo class that had this guy Ricky do standing pigeon, and he basically like put the foot behind his head. He's like hyper flexible and incredibly strong, but his hips are just like so open. So he had his foot like up to his chest and then really, really close. And lounge, lunge, left hand down. You can walk it off the mat. The right hand wraps around the right knee, and then let your left hip drop down. Peel yourself up. So we're going to end up doing pigeons. If you'd like to step back into a downward dog and do it that way, and then go through one more vinyasa, or you can take your right foot, you can lay on your back, do figure four, or right foot walks to the left. We're going to do twisting pigeon as well. So I'm going to let you, Rachel, get into pigeon and then twisting. Helen, why don't we come onto the right hip and start with the twist. So you're going to come all the way on the hip like this. Your legs are in little, I said swastika legs, or Isle of Man legs. And Penny, you could, I think you're typing me something, but you could cross your right ankle over and just twist to the left. So Helen, shin is in line with the top of the mat. And look back at your left ankle, so that knee is bent as well. And then you can take both hands and frame that right foot and reach towards the foot. And you're gonna stay on the hip. Yeah, so stay on you're on the other side, that's okay. Left hip, Helen. Twist towards the foot. You can take it up a little higher. And pretty wild, I mean, I've seen this is, I think it's a Pilates or bar method move. They come in like this and then they lift their back foot. Can you lift your back foot? The back foot. Nice, Rachel. And then Helen, from there, go into pigeon. You can walk your right heel a little closer to your groin, or you can lay down on your back. So Helen, you could swoop your right leg all the way around and do it on the other side. Twisting pigeon, swoop your right leg all the way around, or just rotate to the back of the mat. Yep. Nice, Rachel. Wow, super open. Awesome. And you could also, yeah, so you're twisting towards the foot, right, Helen? You can stay. So I'm swooping my leg around. Twisting pigeon towards the foot. And if you've done that side for about 5 breaths, Helen, you can lay on your back and do figure 4. And Rachel, I'm gonna have you do, if you would like, an inversion with splits. You could even do, you don't need to if you don't want to, but you could do like star chakra where your knees are bent, or splits. And I don't know if you have a wall in there and you're doing great stuff, so you just keep doing what you're doing. Coming into pigeon, twisting pigeon. Oh, right, you've got that wall. Yeah, nice. So when you do the splits legs, you can bend your knees or just reach back. And to switch sides, Rachel, you could put your foot back on the wall, or you could go for switching your legs in the air. Nice, let your neck go, wrap your shoulders. Nice. Helen, did you do figure 4? And Helen, when you do that, you can squeeze your knees in towards your chest a little more too. And then take your left hand, Helen, on your hip and just give it a little rub. Nice, Rachel. How about, Rachel, we come up for a horse stance. And then just a little twisting horse. So just, you can like pivot right, left. Udianas. Only 3 people, but 3 different classes. And then fold. Nice, Rachel. How about, Rachel, you could come into a squat, so you could walk your feet a little closer. And just hang out in a squat. Nice. I would like to, in this lifetime, be able to squat comfortably. Darn me. You could come into a little crow there too, Rachel. Or you could do crow and straighten one leg in front of you, work on turn signal. Beautiful. Pull your belly up towards your spine. Can you go for just moving one of the feet towards straight? Shift your weight a little more in the left, straighten the right. Pull your belly up towards your spine. Helen's in figure 4. Work our way onto our backs, squeezing the knees in. You have a foam roller there, Rachel. If you would like, you could take the foam roller under your low back and then do little scissor kicks. So as you move one down, reach the other up. So splits under the low back. You could also there, Rachel, just squeeze a knee in towards your chest and straighten, maybe a little lower on your sacrum, Rachel. I'm not positive because, yeah. I also like to just let my hips relax over the roll. Like, can I relax? And then you can squeeze one knee in and lengthen the other one down. That might be enough. Also, then from there, Rachel, you can straighten that bent leg and do one leg back, one leg forward. That is in one of the pelvic floor classes too. Wait and flex. Helen's going into Shavasana. That's awesome. You can rock a little right and left, Rachel. You can lean both knees to a side. Okay, you got it. Go ahead and do that. Do a long splits, right leg towards your head and the other leg forward. Yeah, like that. And then at the same time, bring the feet together and switch. So at the same time, you're lifting up. If that feels good, you can do it that way. That's like a helicopter. You can just do it right and left or back towards you. Sorry. No sorries in yoga. Yeah, like that, Rachel. Same time. And I like to, Rachel, and I know you know your body enough to maybe not do it. You can bend your left knee and then lean a little to the right. So you get more into that hip TFL. So just lean a little to the right. Yeah. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. But I like that for glute medius. You relax, Helen, take your hands on your jaw. Open your mouth. Check out any of those nubby knobby parts. Nice, Rachel. And you do anything you need to, maybe even a little abs or a little traction. That looks good, Rachel. Pull the belly down, ribs down. You can even bend your knees over your hips, Rachel. And then take your hands on tops of the thighs, inhale. And then just press your feet forward, drag thighs up. Pull belly down. And then you're going to keep your feet like that. Maybe you're not doing this. Clasp your hands behind the head and the neck. And take your feet further forward, Rachel. More, right there. And then inhale, lift the chest. Keep your feet where they're at. Lift the ribs up. Inhale, ribs up, ribs higher. Pull the belly down, ribs higher, and then lower down. Okay, you guys, wherever you're at, you could even do figure 4 there, Rachel, back into it. Just get that hip out. Whatever, you guys a little on your own. It's hard to listen. I have to hear you to know what's going on. But that was our 90 minutes. Rather than a song today, I want you guys to focus again on what sounds you can hear outside of you for Shavasana. So you can go for moving outward in or inward out. So think about the sounds you hear internally, heartbeat, maybe a glug glug, maybe your digestion working out and then back in. Play with the senses of outer body senses and internal body senses. Or like the farthest away sound. So I can hear an airplane. I hear the wind in somebody else's trees. And then the trees closer. And the sound of my own breath. Reach your shoulders a little out of your ears there. The support of the wall, the support of the floor. The weight of your body heavy. I'm still here. That which is sacred in me honors that which is sacred in you. Namaste.